And your favorite topic, Elon Musk. I mean, he is beyond furious about this legislation, said it's basically a betrayal of what he thought the administration stood for, focused a lot on spending, deficits and so forth. And he said he's going to fund the primarying of anyone who voted for this, who claimed to be a Republican who believed in fiscal restraint. Your reaction to what Musk has been posting for the last few days about this?
Folks, I'm going to say something that might surprise some of you, but it needs to be said. Elon Musk is dead wrong on this one. Yeah, I said it. Elon, I respect your innovation. I love what you've done with Tesla, Starlink, and SpaceX, but when it comes to governing, you're out of your depth, buddy. You might be able to launch rockets, but you clearly don't understand what it takes to navigate the economic and political minefield that is Washington, D.C.
Well, as I said earlier this morning, I think if Elon sticks to rockets, I'll stick to finance. And, I am confident that this bill is going to pay down the debt. And there were 50 senators who weren't threatened by his words. And Vice President Vance stepped in. They broke the tie in the Senate. And now we're moving into the House, and President Trump has shown incredible leadership on this, and in conjunction with Leader Thune, Speaker Johnson, I think that they're going to hold the majorities together and push this forward.
So you're not worried about Musk's threat to primary people with all the money he has?
I think that everyone is with President Trump, and that it's his leadership that's going to move this forward more than anybody's checkbook.
Let's break this down. Elon Musk has been throwing a tantrum on social media, calling the latest Republican-backed legislation a betrayal. He says he'll fund primary challengers to take out any Republican who supported it. Sound familiar? That's the same burn-it-all-down attitude we get from the left. Since when did conservatives start letting billionaires dictate who is and isn't a real Republican? This bill isn't perfect. No bill ever is. But it's a calculated move. It puts us in a better fiscal position long term. It wasn't just shoved through. It was debated, fought for, and ultimately passed with Trump's support. That matters. Let me ask you this. Why is Elon Musk spending so much energy threatening conservative lawmakers instead of calling out Democrats who are actively pushing open borders, radical climate policies, gender ideology in schools, and endless government expansion? You want to talk about betrayal? How about the betrayal of American workers by globalist elites, or the way Democrats are trying to weaponize the justice system against Trump? But no, Elon's mad because a few Republicans passed a bill he doesn't like. Newsflash, Elon, this isn't Twitter. This is governance. You can't cancel elected officials just because they disagree with your version of conservatism. Now let's talk facts. This legislation, the one Elon is whining about, is aimed at stabilizing our economic future. It includes spending reforms, sets caps, and starts the process of chipping away at the debt without immediately shutting down essential services or defaulting. Do we want spending cuts? Absolutely. But you can't slash and burn overnight without causing chaos, especially not in an election year. President Trump, Speaker Johnson, and VP Vance are playing smart chess, not checkers. This is about winning the war, not just shouting during a battle. Here's the real danger. Elon's threats to primary sitting Republicans only serve one master, the Democrats. That's right. You start dividing the conservative base, and guess who walks right back into power in 2025? We don't need ultimatums from Silicon Valley billionaires. We need unity. We need discipline. We need to rally behind leaders who are fighting every day to undo the damage done by Biden and his far-left puppeteers. Look, if Elon wants to help, great. Write a check to a conservative PAC. But don't sit there and act like you're the moral authority on what republicanism means. At the end of the day, this is about results, not rhetoric. Elon Musk isn't the future of the Republican Party. You are. The working men and women, the parents, the veterans, the patriots. We're not going to be bullied into chaos just because someone with a giant following decides he knows better. We trust President Trump, we trust the House GOP, and we trust that fighting smart beats screaming online. So if you're with me, hit that like button, drop a comment, and let's keep pushing forward. Because this movement isn't about egos, it's about saving America. God bless you, God bless our troops, and God bless the United States of America.